Welcome back to Hickman's Home Cooking. I'm Tony Hickman. Today we're going to be doing Steak Diane, one of my dad's favorite dishes, one of my all-time favorite dishes. I don't even order it when I go out because it seems like no one really does it right. So today let's show you how to do it correctly. And someone commented, why do you always make one dish and not a whole meal? Fair enough. So to go with our Steak Diane, we'll make a simple, quick mashed potatoes and some sautéed spinach. That way we could actually create a whole meal together. So let's jump right into it and let's get started. Let's start with the steaks. I have some thin cut ribeye steaks. I have seasoned one side with some salt and pepper. We're going to place the seasoned side down and then season the other side with some more salt and pepper. These are thin, so they are going to cook quick, so you only want to do these for about 2 minutes per side, just to give it some coloring. Once both sides are cooked, remove from the heat and set aside for now. Try to get all the drippings from the steak left in the pan as much as possible. We want to use all of that flavor. In the same pan, we want to add our mushrooms. Give those a quick stir around. If you need to add a little more oil, go ahead and do so at this time. Next, we're going to add our whole shallot and continue to saute. After they are sauteed and have this brownish color, it's time to add our wine. Use a wine that you're going to drink later after with the dinner. I like Freak Show. It's a Cabernet. Make sure you try to use a dry wine. Pour a generous portion. And this will deglaze the bottom of the pan and give us some good rich flavor. If you want to add a little more. Once this is sauteed, you want to add just a little bit of beef stock. This will cut down the richness of that wine. And continue to let this reduce. Add some butter and your garlic once it is all finely reduced. And give this a quick stir. Next, some Dijon Mustard. And forgive me for using a squeeze bottle, that's all I had. And some Worcestershire Sauce. And give that a quick stir in as well. Next, your secret ingredient, of course, some more vodka. That'll help deglaze the rest of the pan. Once that vodka is all burned off, once that vodka is pretty much evaporated, let's add to the juices of the steaks that have been sitting aside. That we want all that extra flavor right into the sauce. Next it's time to add our cream. Give that a good stir. Add some fresh parsley. And give that a stir around as well. And bring this to a quick simmering boil. Once at a little boil, reduce the heat and re-add your steaks to the sauce and let these cook. Try and get them as covered in the sauce as much as possible. Go ahead and set this aside for now and continue to cook with some salt and pepper seasoning. For our potatoes, I have russet potatoes cut into eighths. This way they will cook evenly. You don't want to cook a whole potato. And then make sure it's in a cold pot. Add some cold water before you turn on your heat. Also, you want to put about 4 or 5 whole garlic cloves in there as well and bring to a boil and cook for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, strain and return the potatoes back to the pot. And cook on a low heat just to get any extra moisture out of those potatoes. This is going to make those potatoes nice and thirsty. So here I have some leftover heavy whipping cream and some butter. I'm going to give that a quick zap to melt the butter into the cream. Add that into your potatoes and give them a quick stir. Remember, these potatoes are thirsty now, they want some moisture. So we're going to stir that in and then grab our masher, and depending how you want your consistency, go ahead and mash these potatoes. This will also mash those garlic cloves at the same time. Add a little more salt and pepper, and you are ending up with some nice, fluffy, great tasting mashed potatoes. For our spinach, in another pan, heat some olive oil, some onions, and saute. After about 2 or 3 minutes, you want to add your crushed garlic and then continue to saute. Now we want to add our fresh baby spinach. This looks like a lot, but if you've ever sauteed spinach before, you know that it turns into next to nothing by the time you're done. So just gently stir this around, getting in the oil and the onions and the garlic. Look how that reduced down to almost nothing. Go ahead and season with a little more salt and pepper, and we're ready to plate. So steak Diane doesn't necessarily have a sexy look to it, but the flavor is amazing, I can guarantee you. So let's put our steak down, some of those lovely mashed potatoes that we made, and there was a little too much onion in this sauteed spinach, so we're just going to kind of peel a little bit off the edge here to get rid of some of that onion. And you know me, I'm a sauce guy, so I like to spoon extra sauce on top of the steak. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit on top of my potatoes as well. And to give it a little more color, garnish with some fresh parsley. And there you have Hickman's Steak Diane. Let's give it a quick taste. Steak is cooked beautifully with that sauce. It's very rich and creamy, tastes great. Potatoes with that garlic is fluffy and wonderful, and that spinach to die for. So there we have Hickman's Steak Diane with some homemade mashed potatoes and some sauteed spinach. Hey, if you like the recipe, give a subscribe down below, leave a comment and a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys want me to make next time. I'm Tony Hickman, Hickman's Home Cooking. I'll see y'all later.